All right, we're back. Next, we're going to look at introducing equipment to the horse for the first time. The first surcingle, first saddle pad, first saddle. What we don't want to do is force the horse to stand still while we approach it with equipment. To force the halt while we force equipment on the horse will betray any hope of trust. We looked last lesson at the turn on the forehand relaxing the horse. So if you're the horse and you're looking at me right now with your eyes, you won't see me coming at you. You won't see me coming into your shoulder with it either. What you'll see is that I'll take the equipment away from you, away from your head. I'll draw away from your head and walk in on an arc into your hips. I'm not asking you to stand still to take this. I'm herding your hindquarters with it into a turn on the forehand. And as I take it to your hindquarters, just like the camera's starting to do, you will turn to look into it. And as you turn to look into it, I will draw away. This becomes totally non-threatening. As the horse sees it drawing away from its head, as the horse sees equipment drawing away from its entire front end, but actually coming in to herd the back end, the horse very quickly transforms from suspicious or apprehensive about the equipment to curious about the equipment, because the equipment is part of your herding its body, the push, and the equipment is part of your draw to the front. So it respects the push and it trusts the draw. And within moments, the horse who would not stand still for the saddle pad or the surcingle or the saddle, within just a few minutes, that horse is coming up and putting its nose right into the equipment. That's when we ask it to stand still for the equipment. And if it needs to move, we don't force it to stand still in our spot. We just do a turn on the forehand until the horse is relaxed enough to stand still and let us put equipment on it for the first time. Let's take a look. So now we see from those movements of doing a turn on the forehand, drawing the horse into her, that he is long and low, bending around her, yawning, and putting his nose on the surcingle. I implore you, I beg you to see this and make sure you have this before you put the first surcingle or the first saddle on the horse. Have them bent around you, long and low, touching the equipment. If you've got that, that is a green light to go forward and put it on their back. If you don't, if the horse is still standing braced in its body language, or braced, you're the person, I'm the horse, I'm inverting and bending into you, turning my head away as you try to put the equipment on me, not good. Lack of respect, lack of trust is being communicated in that shape, whereas this is total respect, total trust. We need this before we put the saddle on the horse.
I'm missing the signal. It's only the outside. But it's okay.
You can just lay it on his back. That's good enough. Yeah. So as we see him start to brace his body as Erica lays the surcingle over him, you'll notice she doesn't continue. She works the girth button, bends her hip, and brings him back. We need the level bend while we have the surcingle going on him. So now she puts up a block and says, "Don't nibble me." There we go. And the same will be applied for the first girthing, and the same will be applied for the first saddle. The same will be applied for the first bridle. We will not compromise this. For the first mounting, every step from here on in will require stretching, bending, bringing the mind to the core, to the equipment, and to be down low and in here for saddling, bridling, mounting, because this is the absence of stress that needs to go.